Here's my heart, Lord. Greetings, greetings of peace and love, and welcome. It is the 8-year anniversary of Miracles with Twist today, as of today, 8 years. 8 years ago, we started this particular format, Miracles with Twist. Although I've been teaching Course in Miracles for about 25 years, and we've only been recording for about 3 years, thanks to COVID, which taught me how to live stream and then to do these broadcasts. We've been absent for a couple of months, and the reason is because we've got LMC Interfaith Ministries has got some changes underway. We've got some ideas for some new programs and other things that are happening. So if you're on my email mailing list, you'll be kept updated and in the loop. But for now, I just wanted to wish everyone happy holy days and holidays. In this season of light, there is a lot going on in the world that doesn't seem so light infused. And so there's a lot of questions that have come to me as to how do we maintain a consciousness of light and love in spite of what's going on. And when we think about what is in spite, when we use that term, in spite of what's going on, what we really mean is when things are in a place that we don't want them to be, a way that we don't want it to be. We see the world going in directions that we don't want, and we are in fear or in judgment of those things that are happening. It's not to say that they're not happening, they are happening. But how do we, within our own space, and Course in Miracles is always saying that we're the saviors. What are we saving? If we're not saving the people who are at war or victims of war, then can we save our own place right here? Can we save what's right in front of us? How do we do that? We do that by showing up as kindness, as caring, as forgiveness, and as love and compassion, boundless compassion for ourselves and for others. There's a wonderful quote by the Jesuit priest Gregory Boyle. I read it out on the beach a few gatherings ago. I want to read it to you. He says, we create a circle of compassion. We imagine no one standing outside of that circle, moving ourselves closer to the margins so that the margins themselves can be erased. We stand there with those whose dignity has been denied. We locate ourselves with the poor and the powerless and the voiceless. At the edges, we join the easily despised and the readily left out. We stand with the demonized so that the demonizing will stop. We situate ourselves right next to the disposable so that the day will come when we stop throwing people away. Chiquis agrees. Chiquis agrees that we need to be more compassionate. We need to pray harder, rise higher, love steadily, forgive readily. And in A Course in Miracles, it tells us that if we want to find perfect peace, regardless of whatever is going on, that these circumstances that we find to be unpeaceful are the opportunities for us to show up as compassion, as kindness, as light, and not to continue contributing to the energy that is creating the hate, the horror. There's horror. So we are the saviors right where we are. We are the saviors right where we are by just doing better, being better and doing better. The world is our scripture. The people of the world are our brothers and sisters. The circumstances of the world makes up our prayer list on any given day. On any given day, that becomes our prayer list, so we can focus on what it is that we can bring energetically to a time of trouble, to a time of difficult circumstances. And so there's a quote in a course that says, I stand within a circle, calling you to peace. Teach peace with me and stand with me on holy ground. So what's holy ground? Everywhere you are is holy ground. Anywhere, everywhere. You are standing on holy ground at any given time. You can be the light at any given time. You can show that with during the season of light, with Kwanzaa and Christmas and Hanukkah, all of which are asking us to focus on the light, to be the light, to embrace the light, and to extend the light out, that at any given time we can step into that light and allow it to be like a cosmic spotlight into our own inner self, so that we can take a very honest, rigorously honest introspection of ourselves to see, where are we lacking compassion? Where do we need to rise higher? It's an inside job. It's a daily commitment for us to make that decision that whatever I see, I'm going to see with eyes of love and compassion, even if it means looking at my own self. And maybe I have to look at my own self first before I can look at you with compassion. You know, the Dalai Lama says it's wise selfishness to love yourself first, to be compassionate with yourself first. And then that through that peaceful place, you can extend compassion outward. You would think I was giving her a treat. Maybe I'm her treat. Say hello. That's Chiquis. Say hello, Chiquis. There's another quote that I like a lot from A Course in Miracles that says, I am here only to be truly helpful. So just imagine, no matter where you are, it's not because there's an issue, and there's not because there's something going on and you need to run in and save the day. It's because wherever you are, regardless of what you're doing, you get dressed in the morning, you go to work, or you put a uniform on, or you make phone calls, whatever it is that you have to do, you can do that with the idea that the true self that you are, the true foundation of who you are, is the holy helper, the holy voice, the voice of compassion and kindness. It's the voice that and the behavior that allows you to show up as love, as kindness, as compassion for others, no matter the circumstance, even if you're not too happy with the circumstance, and even if you're not too happy with yourself. So you can be thinking to yourself, I am here only to be truly helpful. I am here to represent him who sent me, him, her, it, whatever it is you think that is joined with you as a higher holy self. I do not have to worry about what to say or what to do, because he who sent me will direct me. I am content to be wherever he wishes, knowing he goes there with me. I will be healed as I let him teach me to heal. So sometimes we think, well, no, I think I know what's best to say. I know what needs to be said. But when we surrender to our higher holy self, we are provided with a higher holy way of thinking, seeing, speaking, and being. And that's what we're ultimately working toward. And there may be days when we don't rise so high. There may be days when we find ourselves with spiritual amnesia or in a default place of reactivity, because we have to heal our emotional body before we can ascend in a spiritual evolution, toward our spiritual evolution and enlightenment. So it's one step at a time. It's a gentle evolution and a gentle unfolding. It's a way for us to understand others, because we ourselves have not achieved the highest place that we would like to be. And so we continue into this time of light, these holy days and holidays that allow us to use the light that is discussed and represented in the holy days by looking at our own selves. That cosmic spotlight that is represented by the moon every month. When we look up at the full moon and we say, wow, that is a spotlight that reminds me of who I am, the light that I can be, the light that I can bring, and the light that I can use to do my own inner reflection. So lots going on, lots happening. We're going to be turning a corner into a new year. It's time to set our spiritual intentions, to review the ways in which we have either moved toward or away from our spiritual goals of last year, ending up this year, 2023, moving into 2024. With peace and love, we can change the world. With peace and love, we're making a new world. Om Shanti, peace, shalom. As we move forward into the days ahead, I wish you great love and compassion for yourself and for others. Boundless compassion. We can do this together, and we can always do it together when we ask for our eyes to be used in the service of light, as using the higher holy self's eyes to see with love's compassion, love's eyes, Christ vision, Buddha vision, Shiva vision, whatever it is that allows you to see more clearly the truth of who everyone else is. Brothers and sisters, everyone who is rising to their own personal challenges, Whoever is before you wants love. Whoever is before you wants peace. They may not show up as you would like them to. The world may not be unfolding as you would like it to. But you just keep showing up as you would like yourself to. That's all we have to do. Om Shanti, peace, shalom. God bless you. Happy holy holidays. Holy days and holidays for you. Beings of light, you are the light.